Welcome back to the channel and welcome to day 2 of our Macau adventure. If you're new here, we've just arrived in Macau after an incredible journey from Bangalore via Singapore. And trust me, you don't want to miss how it all started. So before we dive into today's exploration, make sure to check out the intro and day 1 videos to catch the full journey. From flights and transit at Changi Airport to our arrival here in Macau. Now for today, we've got a packed itinerary ahead, from historic landmarks and cultural streets to local food and iconic views. Day 2 is all about experiencing the real essence of Macau. We're talking about exploring the heart of the city, trying famous local delicacies, and uncovering some of Macau's most iconic spots, all in one day. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into day 2 of this incredible Macau journey.
Day 2 in Macau begins slightly gloomy but early. With a full day of exploring ahead, we start our morning with breakfast at the Crown Plaza Macau. The buffet spread is impressive, a mix of Asian and Western options, fresh fruits, pastries, hot dishes, and everything you need to fuel up for a long day ahead. It's the perfect way to kickstart the day before heading out to explore the city. Today we have an exciting lineup planned, diving into the heart of Macau's history, culture, and iconic landmarks. We'll be visiting Senado Square, the Macau Museum, Monty Fort, the famous ruins of St. Paul's, Lawrence Church, the Maritime Museum, and ending the day with stunning views from the Macau Tower. Along the way, we'll also explore plenty of hidden gems, pick up souvenirs, and of course, try some of Macau's must-have local treats, including the famous egg tarts and delicious meat jerky. Since most of these attractions are located close to each other, we'll be covering a big part of today on foot. So make sure to wear comfortable walking shoes, you'll definitely need them. We'll also exchange some cash along the way, just to stay prepared for smaller purchases along the way. And since it's going to be a packed day with so much to see, starting early is key, especially if you want to beat the crowds and enjoy these places at their best. With the plan set and energy levels high, it's time to step out and begin day 2 in Macau.
The day begins early, around 8 a.m., as we step out from the Crown Plaza Macau, ready for a full day of exploring. With a packed itinerary ahead, we hop on a local bus to reach our first destination, Macau Fort, and right in the center of the fort is the Macau Museum. The fort is one of Macau's most historic landmarks. Built in the 17th century, it offers stunning panoramic views of the city and gives you a glimpse into Macau's colonial past. After viewing the sights at the fort, we move on to the next location. Located right on top of the fort is the Macau Museum, a perfect place to understand the city's unique blend of Chinese and Portuguese heritage.
The Macau Museum is one of the best places to understand the story of this city. Spread across multiple levels, the museum takes you through Macau's journey, from its early days as a fishing village to its transformation into a unique blend of Chinese and Portuguese cultures. Inside, you'll find a mix of traditional artifacts, recreated street scenes, and interactive exhibits that showcase local life, customs, and heritage. What makes this museum special is how well it connects the past with the present, helping you truly appreciate why Macau feels so different from anywhere else in Asia. Even if you're short on time, spending about an hour here gives you great context before exploring the rest of the city. Level 1, Origins and History, shows the early settlement, maritime trade, and colonial influence. Level 2, Culture and Traditions, shows the festivals, religion, daily life, and local customs. Level 3, Modern Macau, shows the growth, urban life, and cultural fusion. After spending about 1.5 hours seeing the fort and the museum, we headed for our next place on our list. Just a short walk away, we arrive at the iconic ruins of St. Paul's, one of the most famous landmarks in Macau. All that remains is the Grand Fauteuil, but it tells a powerful story of history and resilience. As you can see right after we exited the Macau Museum, we were welcomed by a slight drizzle. So we had to take shelter from the rain for some time, and when it subsided, we resumed our exploration of the ruins of St. Paul.
One of the most iconic sites in Macau, the ruins of St. Paul's. What you see today is the grand façade of what was once the Church of St. Paul, built in the early 1600s. It was one of the largest Catholic churches in Asia at the time, until a fire in 1835 destroyed most of the structure, leaving behind this stunning stone front that still stands today. As you walk up the steps, you'll notice the intricate carvings on the façade, a beautiful blend of European and Asian influences, telling stories through symbols and design. Standing here, it's easy to see why this place has become the symbol of Macau, rich in history, culture, and resilience. One can explore the grand staircase, Cindy perfect for photos, detailed facade carvings to spot religious symbols, dragons, and cultural motifs, and the museum and crypt behind the facade to see the house's relics and remains from the original church. Here is a tip: climb up to the top of the steps for a better view and photos. Why it's a special place to visit, one might ask. That's because it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most photographed landmarks in Macau, a unique blend of East and West architecture.
After spending about half hour exploring the ruins and clicking lots of memorable photos next, we visit the Lucao Mansion, a beautifully preserved traditional Chinese home that showcases local architecture and lifestyle from the past. Hidden among the busy streets of Macau lies a quiet historical gem, the Lucao Mansion. Built in the late 19th century, this traditional Chinese residence once belonged to a wealthy merchant family, offering a glimpse into how affluent locals lived during that era. As you step inside, the atmosphere instantly changes, from the lively streets outside to a calm, peaceful space filled with elegant wooden interiors, open courtyards, and intricate carvings. The design follows classic Chinese architectural principles, with multiple rooms arranged around a central courtyard, allowing natural light and ventilation to flow through the house. Walking through the mansion feels like stepping back in time, experiencing a more intimate and authentic side of Macau's heritage.
Things to notice inside are the wooden carvings and details of the beautiful craftsmanship on doors, beams, and windows. A central courtyard with a peaceful open space, perfect for a quiet pause. The room layout showcases the traditional family living spaces and structure. Why it is worth visiting is because it offers a different perspective from churches and forts. Showcases authentic Chinese residential architecture and a quiet break from the busy tourist spots nearby. After spending about 15 to 20 MNs max in the mansion, we head out to the next location on our list. In just a few steps, we reach the iconic church with its bright yellow façade. St. Dominic's Church stands out beautifully, reflecting Macau's strong Portuguese influence.
Built in the late 16th century by Spanish Dominican priests, the church has witnessed centuries of Macau's history. Blending Portuguese influence with local culture, step inside, and the atmosphere shifts to calm and serene, with beautiful wooden interiors, detailed altars, and a sense of quiet that contrasts the busy streets outside. It's not just a place of worship, it's a piece of living history that reflects Macau's unique East meets West identity. After spending about 15 minutes inside the church, we move on to the next iconic place, We just take a few steps and then reach Senado Square, the heart of Macau. Right in the center of Macau lies Senado Square, the vibrant heart of the city and one of its most iconic gathering spots. It is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The first thing you'll notice here is the beautiful black and white wave pattern pavement, inspired by Portuguese design, giving the entire square a unique and lively character. Surrounded by pastel-colored colonial buildings, Senado Square perfectly reflects Macau's blend of European and Asian influences. It's always buzzing with energy, from tourists exploring the streets to locals going about their day. This is also the perfect place to take a break. We stop here for a quick snack and coffee. And of course, try Macau's famous egg tarts along with the delicious local meat jerky. Beyond food, Senado Square is also a great spot for shopping. From, well, known brand outlets to small souvenir shops, there's plenty to explore and pick up something to remember your trip.
By this point, after all the exploring and a bit of shopping, we realized we were running a little low on cash. So we decided to exchange some more US dollars into Macau Pataka right here at Senado Square. You'll find quite a few currency exchange counters and small forex shops around this area, making it really convenient if you need cash while you're out exploring. As always, it's a good idea to quickly check the rates before exchanging, just to make sure you're getting a fair deal. We exchanged just enough to cover the rest of the day, for food, small purchases, and transport. With that sorted, we were ready to continue exploring the streets of Macau without worrying about running out of cash. We tried some of the meat jerkies from the local vendors and it was yum. There are so many stalls and shops to choose from. Next, we tried some of the egg tarts from the local vendors and also tried one from the famous Margaret's Cafe. We had coffee too from here, but if you prefer some of the branded coffee shops like Starbucks, it's also available here.
Some pro tips in Senado Square. Egg tarts send I eat while they're fresh and hot. Jerky shops 7 try the free samples before buying. Exchange centers send and compare between 2 to 3 shops for the best exchange rate. It's a great place for souvenir shopping. And with that, we wrap up day 2, part 1 of our Macau journey. It's already been an incredible day exploring the heart of the city, but there's still so much more to come. In part 2, we continue the adventure, heading to more iconic spots, experiencing new views, and diving even deeper into what Macau has to offer. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. So stay tuned because the journey is far from over.